Alright, I'm back, and I'll attempt to salvage this run. Maybe I can still save it. Maybe we don't have to restart. So far, although we lost this at the start, this map doesn't seem too bad so far. We had some losses here, as in... I didn't lose any units, I just lost some numbers. And here it's looking a bit sketchy. But I believe I haven't lost any actual units. Except the two auxiliary ones here at the start. And I did go up to my max score slots, but I'm completely out of prestige right now, so I would need to probably secure a town or two so I can heal my units and get the objectives in time. Yeah, it's still gonna be tough, but I may be still able to do it. If not, we're gonna restart the whole thing now that I actually know what I'm doing. Alright, so what was the plan here? I seem to have moved my bombers and I've moved this flank. Probably want to attack with... Do I want to attack this guy? How much suppression does he have? 6, that's quite a lot. Yeah, let's attack. Would this be safe? Hopefully. Oh, didn't take any losses, nice. He's still gonna deal 2? Yikes. Alright, that was a free hit. And a surrender, nice. Now, this is an artillery, he probably can't kill my tank, right? What is he gonna do? Like at worst he might injure it, but before that I need to figure out what to do here, because this is a bit tough. Maybe I'll need to retreat. But how do I retreat is the question. I'll keep this here to block them. So I'll probably keep the other 2 units back. Maybe get the recon here to help attack the artillery. Yeah, that sounds nice. Oh, that hit me really. And again, it's supposed to not do damage, it's artillery, whatever. He should be encircled, right? Or am I wrong again? Let's see. Why is he not encircled? It also counts the river, maybe? Alright. Put this guy here to block, because I can't let him attack here. And we'll retreat with this tank. There's no way this deals damage to me, at least I don't think so. Hopefully it doesn't. It did 1 damage again, it's pretty annoying. Really? I don't think he could do that. Was he here? I thought he was here. Well, at least he survived somehow. Miraculously. Alright, so do I want to transfer to this airport now? Probably. Actually, one thing I should have done earlier is get a hotkey for that, because I do use it a lot. What should be safe? What key am I not using? Are bees be used for anything? I don't think so. Oh, it's purchase, yeah, right. Damn. H doesn't make sense, but I don't see H used. No, that's... No, I can do without that. Hex names, and I'm gonna use that. Alright. Just keep this unassigned, whatever. One thing that's confusing is there's no apply button. If I press escape, which I usually do to close out menus, it doesn't remember, then we have to press back. At least I believe that's how it works. Confusing. Alright. I do want to relocate these guys because they're really far away now. Wait, I can't do anymore. No, never mind, I must have misclicked. Oh, I can relocate an attack? How does that work? Because if there was a way to make it happen, like choose where to relocate, I'd have liked my bomber to go there. Visit most of memes and relocating this guy, and let's take a shot here. Wait, artillery fires back at artillery now. That's new. Let's actually read again. It doesn't say that anywhere. It's not a hidden ability. I guess it's just a new mechanic. If you have range, you fire back. You went artillery. That was not the case before. But that's fine. Seems pointless to attack here. I'm gonna do this instead. Can you surrender, please? He does not want to surrender. That's fine, he's pretty weakened. Alright. I wanna move here to scout a bit. And then I'll move here. I think there was an artillery unit which I can attack. Should be a pretty safe attack. And I want to maybe replenish all my units. I have to think about which one. Probably has to be here. This front is really weak. How much does that cost? That is super expensive. Alright, we just pull it back then. Oh, we can't again. I don't want to do this because it's bad, but I have to do it to defend my artillery because I can't move it back. I should have checked before I attacked if I can move it because I'm not sure how that mechanic works exactly. Do we get full replacements? Actually, maybe I can just get the cheap ones. I don't really need experience on my bridge pioneer. He's not gonna fight too much. Just fighting with him because I'm desperate, basically. Alright, let's shoot this guy. Because he's in the river, so he's gonna take a lot of casualties that way. That costs a lot of money. I'll keep him around, and when I get more money I'll do something. keep stacking, interesting. And he did not reinforce here. It's also very interesting. Alright, so I want to... What I want to do? I want to kill this, that's for sure. I want to scout a bit. I don't really need to go there, to be honest. Could probably just leave that. Where's my Stuka? I need to kill this guy for sure. This guy should be very vulnerable because he's still in the river. I just kill him. And could actually scout just to see what's over here. It's a tank, that's actually fine. I'm more worried about infantry right now. So we have to not make the same mistake again. This is a supply town, so it can't be surrounded. Same goes for this one. I want to move all the way up there. The coast is clear. Isn't this guy gonna surrender? No, whatever. He still did not die, really now. Alright, the Pioneer doesn't have a truck, so he's gonna slowly move down. Maybe he can do something there. And... damn. I don't want to expose this too much, but I want to get it closer. Let's attempt to finish this guy off. He's being really annoying. Are you serious? I guess I'll kill him with the Pioneer next turn. I really need to get the infantry going. Gonna even do force march. Get all the way over there. Why are even the non-elite replacements so expensive? I can't spend money on that. Wondering which unit would be the most safe to put there. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I put the tank and replace the cavalry. Let's see how much experience they have. They have quite a bit actually. They're almost to 1 star. Be a shame if this dies, but would it die? This guy is not even full strength. Maybe I don't need to keep a unit next to him. I don't know if he's gonna heal or not. Let's spend some money. I also need to spend money on the tank though. How does that cost? Maybe do that. Alright, let's do the tank. Because we want to go here and kill that. And this we can capture last, maybe. This will be tough. But we can probably do it. Question is, can we do it without casualties? That would be the real question. Where is this guy? Maybe I want to dive the strategic bomber actually. This might be a good attack for my tank. No, it's still not very good. Okay, I'll do it anyway. Gain star, nice. I think the force march was actually completely unnecessary. But hey. Wonder if I can afford to put this guy over here. Think I would rather not. I wanna keep the recon. Oh, I have to kill this guy. Finally die, please. Oh my god, he still doesn't want to die. Alright, there it is. I'm gonna keep the recon closed for the extra damage. Might need him. Wait, that's not the recon. This is the recon. Maybe I wanna keep him there. Yeah, this flank is pretty weak. Can actually force march out of there and attack me, but I will assume that he's not smart enough to do that. It could be a disaster. Let's get some free hits, why not? And a free hit there. I believe that there are no more units, but let's make sure. Hopefully this guy gets attacked. I want him to get attacked because it's better than if I attack. I need to weaken him a bit more. I don't know if the pioneer will be there to make it in time. We'll see. Yeah, see, that attack is better than if I would have attacked him. He actually has suppression still. I guess that stays until his next turn. When he gets recovered, I guess I will try to do this then. Get the recon close. Get the bonus. Maybe even get this guy. Mass attack. This is 2 suppression. He probably is not gonna hit me. Alright, nice. Let's flee. Let's retreat a bit. This should be safer. I should be able to capture it next turn. This guy will... he's super slow. Let him just block the infantry if he decides to do something funny. Get the tank rolling. Why not? Maybe we'll need him, maybe not. And... damage this guy. And we'll have to focus all our forces here, because he healed back. I had to let him recover. because I couldn't get a good position. Slowly encircle him, which doesn't really help, but whatever. That did nothing. Wow. Three hits, why not? I could move there, that should be fine. He's not gonna attack me or anything. He's attacking here. Did 4 damage, even with artillery support, really? That's not what I wanted to see. Alright, we move the strategic bomber here now, because we need all the suppression we can get. 6 suppression, that's pretty... it's a fair amount, should be enough to start attacking him now. This guy is just not taking damage. No, never mind, he did. Okay, I don't want to move too close to that guy, he's spooky. How did the guy heal that much? I guess because he's on the supply tile. When you heal, you get the reinforcement suppressed down, so you're vulnerable to attacks if you're next to your enemy. Oh, that hit him? Really? It's kind of bad. Only 1 health left. I should have attacked first. It doesn't do any damage anyway. But it could have. Alright. They still can't do anything? Ah, really? I have to take 3 damage, that's so much damage. You know what, I will probably need to replace my tank. I thought I would get a good attack this turn because he was suppressed a lot, but it's still pretty bad. Hopefully he doesn't kill anything, or at least kills the pioneers, which are expendable. I don't need them to have experience, they're just there to make bridges. This guy refuses to die. Alright. Suppress this guy some more. This guy is already suppressed, so we just want flat damage. Gonna get the recon close just so I can get the bonus damage when I actually attack with him. This is gonna keep going forever, isn't it? Well, next time I can attack with the pioneer. It's pretty difficult to kill units in these supply tiles because they don't have, they can't get encircled and they can keep reinforcing. There's no way he, well, he could actually do that. That was kind of bad. Hopefully he doesn't see me from all the way there. 3 hits, that at least reduces his entrenchment, but does it actually? It doesn't at all, really. I do have the penalty to I reduce half the entrenchment because of the penalty I picked, but this guy destroys 2 points, so I assumed he would destroy 1 and he didn't. So I'm not sure how that works. Is it because he's damaged or what? I'm not sure what's happening there. Well, it's still not a great attack, but I have to start doing it. Oh, he retreated? Oh, that is confusing. Alright, this guy is slightly stronger. I'll take the city with him. Get the artillery to defend. I'm scared about this tank. It would have been nice if I took this city now. But I cannot. Oh, actually I can attack here. Alright. He's attacking. Bolt. Now this turn we're gonna win, but let's see if we can get some bonus experience first. Let's try to get some kills. Without losing units, however. I don't want to lose units because I am short on money. Which one is the safest attack? It's probably with the airplane first. Alright, there we go. We did win. Took us some time. I think I'm starting to recover, hopefully. Even though I had this atrocious start because I didn't know what I was doing. And I messed up quite a bit. Alright, we conquered Poland. Those were the 2 Polish missions. Just like in the first game. You start with 2 missions in Poland, then you move to Norway. In the first game you needed to win quickly, I believe. So you can move in Norway. I don't know if we always go in the same places in this game. I'm not sure. So we got a choice. Southern landing is isolated and difficult to reach. And the northern landing is extreme mountainous terrain. That sounds bad because I plan to do tanks. And if you wanna do mountains, the previous game there was a mountainous infantry unit that can climb mountains. I don't know if we have that, we'll probably do. I don't really want to buy those, I just want to buy my tanks, you know me. So let's go south. Oh, I see. So in the north we'll fight the British, and in the south we fight Norway. Basically what's happening is that both Britain and Germany were rushing to Norway because Norway has a very strategic position. So let's go. Hopefully this time I have enough money to replenish my units, because I did took a fair amount of losses. But at least I don't have to buy new units, because I didn't lose core units last mission, which was nice.
Ah, Herr General, there you are. I was talking to my friend Nikolaus, and we have just a new assignment.
Nicholas? That's not a very German name, is it?
Has given the go-ahead for Operation Weserübung, and I want you to take a leading part in this Norwegian excursion.
Excursion? Yeah, it should just be an excursion. Their forces are definitely not strong, but they do have good defensive positions. It's the only issue, really.
Your main target is the capture of Oslo, and heavy cruiser Blücher has been assigned to escort your landing party.
Oh yeah, we have Navy in this mission.
Simultaneously, you will need to secure major ports along the coast from here to here. Keeping them under our control. To aid you, we've mobilized additional Fallschirmjägers. Quite useful for fighting in the mountainous terrain. Infantry will be far more useful than your panzers in this battle. So, I recommend you temporarily put your tanks into reserve for this battle.
Are you crazy? My tanks in reserve? Do you know who I am? I don't know about that. But yeah, what I said about the mountainous infantry, in this one they're called the Fallschirmjäger. Jäger or whatever. I thought those were paratroopers though, were they not? I guess they're not mountainous infantry, they're just paratroopers. And he wants me to paradrop behind enemy lines. I imagine that's the plan.
Now, I know General Falconhorst's plan might seem a little light on specifics. If you ask me, the plan looks like it was originally some kind of vacation trip. Even so, it's your responsibility to get the job. I have every confidence in your abilities.
His confidence in me grew somehow. Even though we messed up pretty badly. But I guess we didn't lose. Alright, so now, hopefully, I remember to actually use my heroes. Because, that'll be useful. To clear room for different troops moving as reserve. Alright. I don't think we need to do that. Oh, I have no money. Yikes. Alright, what is this? Lethal attack. Half of suppression cost is converted to kills. Alright, so basically we do more damage. Sounds good to me. Alright, I wanna check how much the replacements cost. Oh, those are pretty cheap. Definitely want my fighters at full strength. No, that's a must. Now the artillery... that's so expensive. Well, I managed to expose them somehow every single game yet. Which did help get them experience, but they're very costly to reinforce. So I'm gonna think carefully about what I want to reinforce, and I might need to pull some of my weak units that I can't reinforce into reserve, like this Panzer 2. He's kind of outdated anyway. Just let me check if I have any new upgrades. No, it doesn't seem so. I imagine they would tell you if you do have new ones. So how do you put them in reserve? Alright. Oh, yeah. That's a good tip, I guess. You can move the bridge engineers, which were not the wisest investment. We have pioneers without trucks. That's also a bit sketchy. I don't know if I'll be able to upgrade them. We have a recon at 1 health. Let's also move that to reserve. How much do the Fallschirmjäger cost? They're not very expensive. I can probably get some of those. Oh, and the Gebirgsjäger, or whatever these are called. Those are the mountainous infantry I was talking about. Okay, they have this ability. You see it called Alpine. They get attack and defense in hills and mountains. Don't they also move faster there? Oh yeah, they have a different movement type called Alpine. So that's their movement bonus. It's not like an actual ability. It's just a different movement type. Alright, the good thing about these two infantry units is that we don't need trucks for them, so we can save on some money. Which is why I do want to buy them actually. But I also want some tanks. We need at least some tanks. This is not the most expensive thing to replace. And how do you assign heroes again? Is it through here? Alright, so we have the guy with Vigilant, which I still haven't figured out what preventing the close defense rating mean. Let me look at the stats actually. Let's try to figure this out, because I think I figured out pretty much everything else. Well, hopefully at this point. So we have close defense. I believe this happens when a unit gets ambushed, which is if you bump into someone you haven't seen, or if you fight in cities or things like that. Let me actually read it. Short distance. So it's the coast terrain is cities, forests, and mountains. So infantry, yeah, if you have infantry which is fighting in cities, forests, and mountains, they see that as coast terrain, and they basically ignore the enemy defense, or at least most of it. That's how it works. So let me read that hero again. Alright, so how that would work is that if I fight an infantry in a city with my tank, he would not use my coast defense rating because of this ability, if I'm reading this correctly. So this is actually really good for tanks, if I'm reading this correctly, of course, because the only weakness of tanks really is, as you can see, their coast defense is 0, their ground defense is really high. So if they fight infantry in close quarters, they take damage. But if they fight it in the open field, they don't really take a lot of damage then. So I want to put this guy on the tank. As for the suppression hero, I want to put him on something that deals a lot of suppression. Interesting. So experience is not related to combat strength, it seems, in this game. You can... There was a way to over strength units, I swear, in the buy menu at least. Like in the WoW games, how it used to be is if your units are elite, they can get bonus HP. So for example, you have 1 star and you can make him to 11, and you have 2 stars, you can maybe make him to 12. But it seems to not be the case here. What was I gonna do? Oh, I wanna see who else I want to reinforce. Well, this is cheaper than buying a new infantry unit, so I will reinforce this guy. He does have some experience. And I want to get these guys for sure. And I'll probably get one of the mountain guys, but do I have money for this? Not really, I'll have to not be at full strength. Maybe I don't want to buy him. Well, I'm considering one thing I can do is I can deploy my units weakened and just keep them in the back and eventually heal them when I get the money after capturing cities. But the problem with that is that healing them up on the battlefield is more expensive. It would be cheaper to buy units, technically. So maybe I just want to do that. Yeah, so I can buy units later. Let me just try to heal as much as I can first. I'll need at least 1 artillery, I imagine. It's good to have. The cavalry, that will probably have to go. This tank is a bit too weakened, or maybe this guy. Heal this guy up. And I can heal 1 more tank, but not to full health. Let's say this one. Move this to reserve. Alright. I have quite a bit of slots available. Can we deploy bolts. Yes, we can, but only in these two awkward locations. Alright, we have to do some tonking here. Let's see what they have. This is pretty heavily fortified. I have a fort. I would need to go around here or something, but I don't know how many units are here. I have no information about this part really, but it should be a bit less defended. And airplanes can only be placed here. So at least we know to do that. Alright. I can also place boats here. The Fallschirmjäger are gonna go into the airfield so they can start flying right away. Oh wait, they just come in the airfield, in the airplane. It's convenient. Can I place them somewhere else then? Okay, if I place them there, they're in a boat. Alright, next the fighter. Is this a fighter? Yeah, it's a fighter. Should be fine. I think I want to get one infantry and a strong tank here. I think I don't want to spread myself too thin. I might not be able to do this. The question is, can I capture the later somehow? I can maybe paradrop there. Paradrop all the way up there and clean up with the ships and move all the way up there with the ships and capture this last. That would be one way to do it. And that way I can focus all my forces here and just have a big stack, because I don't really have a lot of powerful units left. I have a bunch of weakened tanks. Alright, artillery goes here, weakened tank in the back, and should be good to go. Yeah, I assume it's asking me about... Wait, those are the points, right? I assume it's asking me about my reserves. The ships have already been deployed. Could maybe get the pioneers, heal them eventually, but they're so slow. I don't really want to do it. I want to buy another paratroopers probably, that's what I'm gonna do. Heal up my units, buy some paratroopers, and maybe when I get on the land I can buy some mountain infantry units. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's actually read this just to make sure. Oh, it's just saying that some of my units are not at max strength. Oh, actually, I forgot something. I think you can... In the previous games, the normal replacements, which aren't elite, were free. But I don't think that's the case here. They both want money. Yeah, so I don't know why it's telling me that I can't reinforce anything else. Alright. I'm not too confident about this one. This will be a struggle again, because I'm so short on cash, but let's see what we can do. Where are my ships? This is a boat or a destroyer? Oh, it's a destroyer, alright. And I believe this is... no, it's also a destroyer. They used to have these torpedo boats before, but maybe they don't anymore. Maybe they don't have it as a separate class. So I'm not too worried about pushing out here. What I actually want to do is just take some free shots on their destroyer and move back, because I want to support my units here. What is this thing? Another destroyer. I don't want to attack, it's not a good trait. You don't really need to defend your heavy ships with destroyers, because not only do they have more range, but they also have way more stats. Destroyers can't really fight them head on. So I don't need to protect this guy from the back. I can just go ahead and scout, and I'll do that. And this is another destroyer. Hopefully I don't bump into something. I'm gonna make it in 2 turns. I don't need to go all the way up here because they have 4 movement. I can even sit there and it should be fine. So let's move just a bit. I think that's one of the boats. No, it's still classified as a destroyer. But it does say a patrol boat, so they should be weaker than destroyers. But I don't want them to get to my transport ships. How much movement does this guy have? 6, that's quite a lot actually. I hope they don't have more ships there, that would be pretty bad. I do really want to land this turn, so even though this is a bit risky, I want to move within 4 tiles of range. And if there's a ship there, then that's just I don't know what to say, terrible planning from their part. I will be blameless in that. Let's move up, scout, nothing there. Alright. We have Admiral Hipper here. Is he a battleship? It's a capital ship, alright. Yeah, I want to weaken their boats first, definitely, so I can safely move with my transport ships. So I want to check if they have any more. Oh, exactly into it. Only took 1 damage. Wait. Usually when you bump into someone and you get ambushed, that's pretty bad. But I guess because that was a submarine and I went there to destroy it, wasn't as bad. So I guess we dodged the bullet there. These guys, they definitely should embark. But before that, I want to figure out what to do with these boats. Because they're really not safe near the submarine. Maybe I should have just used my fighters to scout around. I will attempt to sink. Well, I guess it's already underwater, but you know what I mean. Sink the submarine. Bombers can attack them. I will defend my bomber because I don't know where they have airplanes. They probably have a few. We actually have some auxiliary Fallschirmjäger, so that's useful. But we want to defend them with an airplane, for sure. I guess the difference in this game is that airplanes return to the airfield every turn, so we can't just carry them all the way up there. So we'll need to do a couple of separate landings, I suppose. I want to scout here. They could have anti-air there, but you know, whatever. take a hit to descent here. Yes, it is. Alright, well, I'll tell you guys the big brain plan here. The big brain plan is if you expose your unit to anti-air, since you already have one exposed, you might as well expose all of them, because they can only shoot one. Wow. Very smart, I know. So I'm thinking I wanna move for the paratroopers there, so I can paradrop there. But maybe that's the risk. I think paratroopers might get suppression when they paradrop, and they might be very vulnerable. So maybe I wanna do it from a safer distance. I don't know. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Alright, change of plans. That's a lot of damage. I definitely want to attack there. Wanna clear his boats as soon as possible. Which means we will move there? No, maybe there. Alright, how about this new plan? We're gonna move here with the landing units, and we'll use the paratroopers to drop here, and we'll slowly move our units up there. How about that? That should work, because that way I don't have to move this way, so I won't be exposed to the sub. I'll be behind my destroyer. The only thing I need to worry about is if there are more boats up here, which could definitely happen, but what can we do? Oh, they can drop immediately. Okay, that's new. I didn't know that. I wanna check if these guys have any range. I think they don't. Oh, they do. Oh, that's the big fort. It looked like the small one to me. Because in the previous games, the big fort had a huge gun sticking out. So it was very easy to identify. Well, that makes things a bit more concerning, but I guess I should just send them all there in that case. Right, so I'm guessing they can only change embark, disembark once per turn, so if you put them on the plane this turn, you can't put them out of the plane on the same turn. Which is actually bad, because this guy's exposed. But well, I guess we're still warning. I'm gonna go on this side. They do have the artillery, yeah, but I'm gonna take damage anyway. Oh well, it's a fun feature. Sometimes they... oh, they can move. They can move, but they can't attack. Alright. I'm gonna take this for sure. Now I'm not in the circuit. How much range does that have? 2 range. It should be safe to go up here. It's over. I have the high ground. Yeah, there's a new bonus you have when you have high ground. You get +1 range actually, which I'll probably forget. Well, for range units at least. But that'll be very useful for artillery to put them on the high ground. Now, this was a really bad mistake. This guy could get absolutely demolished by fighters. And, well, at least the good thing is that he's not my core unit, so it's not the end of the road if I lose him, but this is pretty bad. Definitely am in no position to have more hiccups. Alright, let's not go full YOLO, let's not go all the way up there. We only need to be 4 tiles away from the coast. Next turn, hopefully I kill the sub and I just park them all there. So I wanna block with the strong unit, the weaker unit here, and the older strong unit will be the closest to the submarine. I don't... No, actually I think it can hit it. How much movement does the submarine had? It used to have 3, I believe. It still has 3, okay. Maybe it would be safer to move here. Alright. That's all of our units. Not bad so far. And shows us how much more transport we have. We have rail transport in this mission, which we should probably remember to use. Because I'm dumping all my main forces here. If the paratroopers capture this area, I can use the railway to move here faster. And then I'll relocate all my ships here. And I'll get my paratroopers in the airfield again. And land here. And capture here with the paratroopers. Here with the main force. That's the plan at least. Plans never work out as intended. So let's see how badly this can go. Only 4, that's acceptable, that's acceptable. This can actually move all the way up there. Did not think about that. Let me check. Did I miscount what happened here? 1, 2, 3. Does he ignore zone of control? Like, what's happening here? Does he have another force march ability or something? Pretty sure I counted 3 correctly. Wait, it says movement 4 now. Alright, am I stupid? Did I misread that? I'm pretty sure I saw a 3. Maybe I'm just stupid. Alright, whatever. Sucks, but what can you do? Hopefully we kill the sub this turn. So I'll need to use the... What's the dive bomber? I believe strategic bombers can shoot this, but the dive bombers can. And before there was... Wait, 2 damage? If he only has 1 health. Does he have some special ability? Oh yeah. He's a single entity. Which, this wasn't an ability in the previous Panzer games, but it was actually in Fantasy General, which was part of the General series. It was like a fantasy-based Generals game. And it had this thing called Single Entity, which was used for heroes and mech units. So they always fight as if they're full strength, because they're one entity. That's how it works. Alright, which means we'll take some losses on the destroyer, but that's fine as long as it kills it. Just kill it, please. Alright, that's fine. Back in the previous games, they had this ability for hidden ability for submarines that it could evade attacks randomly. It was completely random and it was very annoying. Okay, this is actually my... Oh, he hit my tank. That was the one unit I did not want to get hit. I guess I need to land with this tank first. I probably need to land with all of them. Alright, we'll hope that they cannot mount a strong offensive. And that the artillery will be enough to defend my tank. And this guy will defend the artillery from the other side. Or I can actually move. I do forget about that. These guys do have force march, so they can technically move for 1 more. I don't know if they move through forests at 1 tile per turn. If the forest has a road, I assume they will. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. They can go here if they use... No, they can't go here. I'm stupid. They can go here if they use force march. So if I move here, I should be safe. put this guy here because he can get attacked by something, I don't know. This is a full strength artillery, it should keep my tank safe. And this guy, I think I don't want to land him yet, so keep him in the back for now. Alright, destroyers, they're not very useful against land units, I believe. Yep, wait, they can't stack at all? Interesting. I guess this is a gunboat, it's just classified as a destroyer. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Is this another single entity? Do all the ships work like that? Oh, they do, okay. Alright, well... I will take some losses on this boat, I don't really care. It's not very useful to me. Wait, what damaged my battleship? I imagine it was the fort. Yeah, fort deals damage. Alright, I'll need to go out of range of the fort and I will attempt to encircle it with infantry and make it surrender. That's the plan. Oh, this only has... I should have counted first. Only has 4 range. I keep assuming things. Battleships used to have more. I'm pretty sure they used to have like 5. At least in the base game. But yeah, I guess they don't now. Alright, well... I was thinking about whether I want to... keep him encircled for a bit before attacking anyway. I'll take artillery fire here though. Alright, let's see if we can deal with the airplanes first, that's important. If we can take air control, then that should be easy peasy. Why is this one stronger? Aren't they the same? Does this guy have more experience? No, I don't see a difference. I'm very confused. I don't think there's any difference between those units, and yet I have better combat results against this one. But I kinda wanted to attack this one, because then I can start bombing this right away. If I need to. But I guess I could wait. I guess I can wait. Alright, let's shoot this twice. Maybe 3 times if I really want to. Do I really want to? I mean, sure, this one is technically exposed, but he's out in the water. I don't think they'll be able to spot him. So, whatever. I'm not gonna attack because I'll get intercepted. I just wanna check what the combat results are. I will go here because I am defended. Oh boy, some more tonking to be had here. Yes, this one is pretty straightforward. I'll just move and shoot. I wanna scout the coastline a bit. Go up here. Don't really care about this guy. I wanna start shooting at the infantry right away. Oh, there's nothing else. Well, actually, maybe I shouldn't have, because this only suppresses them. And they are actually in a... whatever it's called, supply zone, so I can't encircle them anyway. So that was probably wrong. Taking back. Alright, what do we do with these guys? This is the question now. I could try to ignore this and move around the hills. Attack the artillery from the back. Question with that is, I don't know what units are here. Let's just check it out. Anti-air units. I believe I can deal with those. With infantry units should be pretty easy. So yeah, let's get over there. Let's get the high ground. Do we have anything else to move? No. We can buy units if we want to buy the... What was I gonna buy? Gebirgsjäger. But I wanna wait a bit more. Might not need to. If the paratrooper plan works out. And I might prefer to spend it on reinforcing my stronger units. So alright, let's call this a turn. Fighters into paratroopers, that sounds very smart. Wait, what was that? Oh, it's the fortification, damn. It shoots from all the way there. Oh, he's being offensive. That's actually my core unit. I put my core unit in front. Amazing. Well, I just bought it, so I guess it's a net experience anyway, but I'd have preferred to lose the auxiliary unit still. Computer is being somewhat smart, and it's raining. That is bad. I need my airfield, my air superiority. That's the one thing I have going for me. Alright. How do my supply lines work if I'm... like... if I just landed? Not sure about that. Either way, I want to break their encirclement, so I'm just gonna tackle here. I'm still encircled. Alright, now he's encircled. That's what I want to see. If he moves out and attacks the tank, it's not gonna be great, but hopefully he doesn't do that. After a while, the computer not being super smart, that's how it used to be in the older games. Because you're usually up against stronger forces. Alright, taking hits from this is really bad. I don't want to do that again. Where did this bolt come from and why can his bolt attack my artillery and my bolt can't? Is his bolt different? Yes, it is. Why is his patrol bolt better? This is not a patrol bolt, it's a Schnellboot. Whatever that means. It's probably the same thing, but hey, who knows. Alright, this went very poorly, actually. And I just wanna check, can I use my airplanes at all, or they have reduced combat abilities? No, I can't use them at all. Well, at least the forecast for the next turn is that it will stop raining. Which, if it doesn't, I'll be very screwed. One thing I can do is just buy some mountain infantry. Should be able to buy them from a supply field that I captured last turn, right? Hopefully I don't get debated. Yep, here we go. I don't want to give up this position. I'm gonna... I could get encircled there, can I? No, I should have the supply line from my units. I wanna keep moving up there. Why is his unit so strong? Oh, because it's mountainous infantry. Damn. Alright. Actually, I want to take a short break again. So I will be back later.